Let's spend some time today with a 2007 Mercedes-Benz ML320 CDI Turbo Diesel. Now under the hood of the ML320 CDI, you're going to find Mercedes-Benz's 3-liter 6-cylinder diesel engine. Now it is a turbocharged engine. It's rated at 215 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you've got nearly 400 foot-pounds of torque in this engine. It's very fast, believe it or not, very, very efficient. Diesels are remarkably reliable. They get phenomenal gas mileage, obviously in comparison to the gasoline variants they offer. This engine is routed to a 7-speed automatic, which is in turn routed to a full-time all-wheel drive system. And it's quite a heck of a car to drive. It's a real Mercedes-Benz. Let's take a walk around it. Spend a minute walking around this ML just to give you an idea of the condition. I would say it's almost perfect. When you consider a black colored car, if you don't take care of the paint, it's going to show. This car obviously shows as if it was very well cared for. Everything up front is in excellent condition. I mean, a couple of stone chips in the clear coat, really nothing that even the high-def camera is going to pick up too well on. There's a couple of chips on the rear bumper that I'll be able to point out, but other than that, the exterior is virtually flawless. On this car, you've got a 17-inch alloy wheel with a Michelin Latitude tire on here. It's a 235/65 R17. These are mud and snow rated, as you'd expect of a true all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive car. And it is the Mercedes-Benz stock wheel. I would say there's likely about 70% left on these tires if I just had to guess. I have driven this previously, so they're perfectly quiet. And they wear perfectly well. But take a look at the reflection in the driver's side of the ML all the way down. Nothing to talk about on the driver's side. In the rear, it really is excellent. You can see there's proper ML320 CDI badging. CDI meaning the common rail diesel injection. 4MATIC is the four-wheel drive system. But you can see just a couple of spots along the bumper here, a couple of light scratches just from loading stuff in. But I mean, it really is in excellent shape overall. Well, let's look at the passenger side. I don't really have much to say other than take a look at the reflection. It's excellent all the way down. Let's take a look inside the hatch. The rear cargo area on here's ample. You do have a power open and close trunk. Full set of books. Below the floor here you'll see untouched spare along with a front plate frame if you should so need it in your state, but nice low lift and height. Everything's in excellent condition. Take a look across the front seats. They use such a great grade of leather in these Mercedes-Benzes that they really don't show much for wear, but you've got dual power seats, easy step-in height. Actually drop down into a little bit. I'm a 6-footer. But once you're in, it's very, very comfortable. Everything is really super high quality to the touch. Great layout, excellent visibility, great comfortable seat. You've got a manual tilt and telescope wheel here, so you're not going to really fight for the right position. If you take a look at the door, you can see you've got wood trim along the top end here. And then on the lower part, you have the woofer in the front here for the Harman Kardon sound system. Fires right up. The diesels in these Mercedes-Benz are so quiet, it is just shocking. And they drive so much like a normal car, except that they're actually more powerful than most cars. But like I'd stated before, great setup here. You can see you've got a multi-function display readout right up in the gauge cluster here. But very, very clean layout. Nice, easy, legible gauges. Up here you're going to find your cruise control as well as kind of a peculiar shifter. Real simple. Pull it down for drive, push it up for reverse, press the button to put it in park. That's that. Right here you've got, behind the screen here, your DVD navigation drive. It is a DVD-based navigation system in here. Also a single disc CD audio there. Close that and that'll give you the full overlay of the Mercedes command system as they call it. Like I said, navigation, you can see the map right there. CD, AM, FM radio, but Harman Kardon sound system tied into it, so the amplifiers and speaker are just unbelievable in this car. Down below that you have a dual zone climate control setting for driver and passenger. And this row of buttons down here has a whole bunch of goodies for you. You've got heated seats for both the front passengers. This ESP, that stands for Electronic Stability Program. This is your hill ascent and descent assistance, something you'll only use in an off-road manner. But then if you look above, you can see we've got a factory installed power moonroof. Back of the Benz, pretty roomy. This is the seat exactly where I had it set for the front. So as a 6-footer, you can get in. It's a nice comfy back seats. You don't usually sit in back seats that are this cushy. But nice layout, got a ton of headroom. Pretty darn comfy. Behind the wheel of the CDI, you can't tell the diesel difference. It's very quiet in this car. It doesn't really sound like much, so you can hear I'm not really raising my voice to get my thoughts across, but the steering is ultra linear. The car is very communicative, but so refined. I mean, you don't really feel anything from the road, you know, as far as imperfections, but you do get feedback. It's sporty in nature, but way more luxurious. Great layout for the navigation here. It's a good layout, and the visibility out of the windows here is spectacular. As I stated before, the acceleration in the CDI is pretty brisk. Just a full throttle launch is not a lot of drama. Turbo comes on and oh, it shifts so smoothly, but it really just pops right out. You know, the thing about a torque, the thing about an engine that has more torque than horsepower is that you're going to feel power all across the rev range. Horsepower is something you're going to get on the higher end of the rev range where you got to really wind it up to get it moving. But the torque is the engine's ability to turn, and I mean, it's unbelievable force that just pushes you right in the back, keeps you moving forward. We're on a really bumpy road right now too, and take my hands off. The brakes are phenomenal. Alignment's dead on, and really a no compromise car. I'm very, very impressed. When you consider the comfort, solidity, refinement, efficiency, uniqueness, power, it really makes the ML somewhat of a champion in my mind. In my hand I've got a copy of the AutoCheck Vehicle History Report. This car scores a 90 on there. If you're familiar with the scoring system, it's a one-owner vehicle, one previous, but no information really beyond that. No accident history. It does qualify for the AutoCheck buyback protection, but just a couple mileage events, no title issues, no mileage or odometer issues. Shows it was originally a leased vehicle, and that is how we came to acquire such a nice Mercedes-Benz. Check out our website, Chicago Cars Direct, where you're going to find 60 pictures of this Mercedes-Benz ML. You can also check out our full highlight reel. And you'll find that on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Chicago Cars Direct. Stay tuned, check in with us next time, and we'll see you soon.